find the derivative of f of x equals, and we have 1 plus x minus radical x all over x. All right, so there's a couple of things we can do here. We can use a limiting definition, right? We want to find the limit as x approaches 0, but I'm not even going to go into that, right? We don't want to do that here. We could use a quotient rule, right? We learned that in this section. We can use a quotient rule. But I notice there's only one term in the denominator here, right? So as a function, we can actually split this up, right? We got 1 over x plus x over x minus radical x over x. And the reason why I'm going to do that is, well, it's actually going to be easier to find this derivative. Notice what happens, right? If we write this in exponential form, we got x to the negative first power plus 1. Now remember, this is x to the 1/2, right? So 1/2 minus 1 gives us x to the negative 1/2. And then all we've done is we just rewrote this function, right? But why is this better than this? Right? Because we can use the power rule, right? We can use the power rule in each term here, and then that's going to be our derivative, right? Whatever we get. Okay, so once again, if you want to use a quotient rule, you can. I'm not going to do that here. Okay, but I noticed that because there's only one term in the denominator, we can just split this guy up. So what happens? What does the power rule say? The power rule says we bring down the negative 1, it becomes a coefficient, and then we subtract 1 from that, we get negative 2. Now remember, this is just a number. The derivative of any number is just 0. And then same thing here, we'll bring down the negative 1/2, so that's going to change signs to a positive 1/2. And then we'll subtract 1 from this, we get negative 3 over 2. So for all intents and purposes, right, I mean, we could leave this as a final answer. However, we never leave negative exponents in our final answer. So let's go ahead and rewrite this, right? We got negative 1 over x squared, and then plus 1 over 2x to the positive 3/2 power. And this would be our first derivative.